Right. Well, Matt has been showing up with a mixed bag lately when he comes by to see me, but from Noble Wine. But when it starts out with Domaine de Baumard, one of the greatest wines of the Loire Valley, hey, I'm up for the mixed bag, all right? And this was the 2007 Savennieres, a wine that's 100% Chenin Blanc. And Savennieres is not a household name. You know, Nicolas Joly, one of the main flag bearers there with Domaine de Baumard. And he's also known for this biodynamic farming and, you know, really serious guy. And the wines need a long time to come around. Or they can last a long time if you make them in a classic fashion, but very distinct kind of smoky, flinty note. This '07 Savennieres, peach and apricot fruits, lovely earthy character to that bouquet, and love that, like I said, really defining with that minerality, and a good amount of ripe, luscious fruit on the palate with that flinty character showing through, but lovely balanced acidity and nice long finish. Really nice entry-level Savennieres there. Next up, the Clos de Papillon, 2004. Wow. Man, this wine just exploded in the glass. It is amazing the intensity of these wines from the Loire Valley, from areas like Savennieres, and wonderful minerality, bouquet of kind of clay like earth, and that flintiness even showing more. Apricots, peaches, beeswax on the nose. Lovely, viscous, sweet tart-like fruit on the palate with layers of that chalk and like stone on your palate. Piercing acidity, even though it had that sweetness, man, it just finished bone dry and really long. It seemed to just go on and on. Really excellent juice. Next up, the Domaine Talmand. Kind of the crescendo went up like this with that, and then poof, fell to the ground. You know, Macon Chardonnay. And this doesn't say it's Macon Chardonnay, the grape. Chardonnay is actually the name of a town in the Macon. You know that because they drove through there, and there's a little sign that says Chardonnay, and that's where you're at. So this is a pretty widely recognized name, so I guess that's why they added it on to the end. Usually you just see Macon, even if it's from the town of Chardonnay. A bit of roasted nut character to this, kind of unique for an '09, a wine that young. That's a Chardonnay. All right, well, consistent with Matt's bag, the next few wines, you know, $1 late in a day short here. You know, these Bordeaux Superiors from '06. We're getting a Bordeaux Superior from '09 in the store now. You know, the hottest story lately from Bordeaux is '09. And you know what? The next hottest story is 2010. That's what Bordeaux is like, man. It is the right here, right now. We can't be selling '06 Bordeaux Superior still. This ain't Chateau Lyonnat, Chateau Reccugne. Can't pronounce a damn Chateau here, but a hint of green bell pepper, some fresh earth, you know, a little bit of red currant berry fruit, simple, pleasant, and like I said, man, 2006 we missed the boat a little bit with that. The Chateau Lyonnat from Lussac, Saint Emilion, one of the satellite appellations of the right bank. You know, a little bit of bell pepper in that also, some fresh earth, red plum, red currant berry fruit, notes of dried herbs, soft and round, very forward. You know, drinking nice right now, but you know, 25.50. Okay, and then the Chateau Vignot. This is the second wine of Chateau Lussac, and this is a great property in Bordeaux, and we've had a chance to do dinners with this property, and some great stuff. And right on the coast there in Saint Emilion, one of the better terroirs, and really, this is the second wine, and a beautiful wine. This '06 really showing nicely with some currant and plum-like fruit, a fresh hand of a little bit of coffee, and some fresh earth nuance showing. Nice stuffing here on the tongue with a nice amount of red plum fruit, cherry currants, and soft tannins, a hint of cigar box spice, and a nice savoriness on the finish. But $51? Are you kidding me? Really? We were selling Lussac for less than that. Okay, well, you know, a nice little wine. Sorry to build it up like that and then take it down. But next up, an Amarone, one of my favorite wines. And this one was from Giuseppe Lonardi. And a classic bouquet there of that Play-Doh, clay-like minerality, brown spices, dried cherries and plum-like fruit. Nice complexity there on the nose. Big and chewy on the tongue with it says brown spice again showing on the finish and some sweet dried fruits. A really nice bottle of Amarone, $63.75. Amarone ain't cheap. And then the Domaine de Baumard Court de Chaume, one of the greatest dessert wines. We have a bottle of the '03 here in the store, made in the world. Candied orange and apricot fruit there. That flinty, minerally note really showing through with honey and beeswax nuance, hibiscus flowers, very complex bouquet of aromas. Just with all the great sweet wines. This wine's got a load of sweetness on the tongue, but man, you put it in your mouth and you close it and swallow. It finishes dry. It has got wonderful persistence and showing that minerality through the long finish. Really one of the world's great dessert wines. And a steal at $69. That's the wine of the day for me, the Domaine de Baumard Quarts de Chaume. Most excellent juice. Oh, well, I'm sorry. There is more. I can't proclaim the wine of the day yet. We still got Pat. with some wines from B.R. Cohen.